Hello, everyone. This is Molly Ponpadith, CEO of SOAR Community Network and co-founder of the SOAR Community Nebula. This morning, we have One Henry with us, and she is someone that I consider a dear friend and also a champion for change in her very special, own unique way. As you may or may not know, by now, we've launched an interview series where we are traveling the world, or at least being introduced to global change agents from all walks of life to share what community building means to them, looks like to them, what creating change might feel like, and the causes that matter, so that we can all be collectively doing something to create a better world. So One, this morning, we want to feature you, we want to thank you, we want to spotlight you for being the generous, loving, kind human being that you are, at least in my opinion. So people will fall in love with you very shortly here. Welcome to our interview series, and thank you for saying yes.
Thank you, Molly. It's my pleasure to be here with you and with a community topic.
Great. One, let's start off by sharing with our audience who you are and what you're doing currently in the world today professionally.
So I am the CEO, president of Allegra Marketing Print Mail in Fairfax, Virginia. And my whole being here is I had that, I would say, midlife crisis moment about 11 years ago, where I felt that my background in technology is it's a tremendous skill that you've earned and learned through the 20-some years of that industry. But I did not feel that there is a good fulfillment to connect with people. And just running your own business definitely give you a lot of that interaction and the interface that you don't get when you are working for someone in a very specific field. And Allegra is the platform for me to be able to share that, because a lot of that, to tell you the truth, I have a side love for the design, the art, the interior side of the aspect of how to make yourself look good, how to make your home look good and everything. And that is a conversation with people. And I am totally in touch with people now with Allegra, and I'm so glad to be here.
Well, I really admire you for being in business for that long, running a marketing, print, mailing, business. It's not easy because there's so many companies that do what you do, right. But it all comes down to relationships, right. And the desire to learn more about people's dreams and visions and help them bring it to life, right? So thanks for doing that.
Thank you.
As a part of our interview series, one of the things that we want to highlight are moments in your life or experiences in your life that may have shifted you, may have helped you to see life in a new way. Can you give some examples of how kindness and empathy and someone or some things taking place in your life that showed you what it meant to really connect people and change the community for the better?
Well, based on my life thus far, and I plan to live a long time, Molly, is that the act of kindness or the experience I have is really through the way I was brought up. And I think most of us kind of look up to our parents and see them as your role model. And I'm glad to say that my parents have done a wonderful job with 6 kids. My dad was in military. And just being a child in the family, you see how a military man can really put some structure in the family. And the way he operated with his subordinates, with, strict command, but fair, honest, no under the table activities, and he's always open to help people. And with my mom being a teacher at the time and do a lot of volunteer work, and she always dragged, I don't know why, I'm the little girl that follows mom and dad all the time. So I saw all these activities throughout my life. So it sort of went into me as, you know, the individual was brought up through this kind of family structure. Mm-hmm. So there's not one moment that says, yay, this is the aha moment that, oh, I really feel that experience or that empathy toward people. But it's just, it feels like it's a natural thing for me to do. And it's a great way to connect with people, is to really understand them.
Right. So you kind of touched upon this already, but when you think of someone who is making a true impact in the community, in their community, what characteristics or attributes come to mind? How would you describe a champion of change or a community builder?
Well, definitely, there are a few items on there, characteristic-wise for me, is one who is compassionate. Toward the subject could be a project, could be people, could be, you know, situations, but to be there and be wholeheartedly involved. My second piece is put your integrity and your honesty into that situation, and it should be you and not, you know, you see me in front of a camera, I'm this way, and outside, not in front of the camera, different way. It's not. And thirdly is to have that honesty along the way with how you feel about the situation, how you feel about people, what it is that you can contribute to the situation. Where my one of my strengths and the areas that I would say organization, really wanted to connect with people and connect with people well. And third is just to have that creative solutions where, you know, sometimes things pop up in your conversation, and based on your vast experience and the amount of people that you talk to, there are solutions to problems. There are solutions to enhance what you currently do. And I love to say I have some of that skills through people interaction. And that's where I say, you know, be there with the people. And lastly is, like you said, when you're with people, you've got to listen to them and listen well so that you can help either just to have the empathy or to offer something that can resolve some of the issues.
Great, thank you so much. Well, when you talk about the work that you do professionally, there are also things that I know you do outside of work. And it all bleeds into professional anyway, right? Because we can't separate the two.
Yes.
So you're out in the community a lot. And the next question I have is, you know, with your experience, with your skill sets and your gifts and your talents, how are you contributing to your community? What causes do you care about? What are you doing out there to advocate for something? Can you share some of your nonprofit work that you're, you know, supporting?
Right. Yes, it is linked to Allegra in the sense that I'm spearheading it, but a lot of that is where your heart is driving you, right? Like you said, the cause. And for me, it is about connecting with people. And the nonprofit world is there for us to connect. And they are coming from all different sizes, all different level of knowledge or race or gender. There's no difference. And we are so lucky in this country. Being in this country it's such a diverse area, and they call it the melting pot, right? There's a reason for that. So why create a barrier? Why create a boundary where I am this high over the level, or I am so low in this totem pole that I cannot contribute my idea or my voice. And one of the latest involvement that I have with this nonprofit organization is called I Am American. And it just hits me in terms of like the mission that they have, where they are saying everybody's of equal, but everybody need to embrace each other. And I said, wow, that's where I want to be. I want to embrace you. I want to embrace the people that I meet, because we only have one life to live, but we have generations to leave behind.
Beautiful.
That's huge for me.
When you talk about I Am American, it's a brand new initiative that just recently launched, and the goal is to unite not just folks in the United States, but it's a philosophy. I am an American is a philosophy, so it's not just catered to the United States, although it's starting here, right?
Right.
Talk more about like what kinds of experiences would this organization want to invite others to partake in so that this initiative can grow?
Definitely, because it just launched late last year, there's a lot of things in terms of ways for us to market. And I would say that the founder of I Am American has been working pretty closely with me just to bring more visibility is the first thing. Secondly is to have people getting involved with spreading the word verbally and just by their everyday activity. Where do we go with the community aspect of it? We want to go reach out to the school ground. We want to reach out to the places where people do worshiping, because that's where all the people are gathering for certain cause, for certain purpose. And I Am American is there everywhere, not just because you have a religion, that's why you get together. Not because you have a focus in gaining your education and you get together. So we felt that that is where we need to broaden our reach. And any of the networking activities that we all do with our businesses, that's another chance to say, hey, I have this community topic that I want to spread to you. And that's how I see that I Am American can really go far. And we need to go far than the United States. I agree with you. We need to go to 12 million people, and that's my goal, to be a part of this journey and make it go far as you allow it to happen.
Great. Thank you so much, Juan. Now I'd like for you to think about or share with us the things or the philosophies, the quotes, anything that really inspires you to keep going when you have those down days or down moments in life. What do you turn to? What do you say to yourself? What are you reading?
Wow. There's so many.
Wow.
and you know what I'm saying. But when you get up every day, it's a new day. And it is, whether the sun is shining at your face or it's snowing out there or if it's a rainy day, it's a new day. And so I kind of look back and see who inspires me, who's putting this wonderful quote together or sets of quotes together. And I found Eleanor Roosevelt. My goodness, she's the wife of President Roosevelt for, was it like 4 terms? That's 12 years being the lady of the house for 12 years running America. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to read her quote to you, and this is what I go by. With a new day comes new strength and new thoughts. It sort of wraps up.
It's so simple, and it's just so perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
And I tell you, every day is a new day, because I get to meet with new people and I get to discuss things that are happening in their lives. What makes a difference? Why are we meeting today? And then we get creative solutions into our conversation, and then we talk about community.
Your favorite topic.
Yes, yes. And I love it. And I think people really appreciate having that little flavor of why they're doing that, not just because of their profession.
Right. That's awesome. One, thank you so much for that. That was really beautiful. How can people learn about you and about the causes that you care about?
To learn about me, I have so little things on social media. With my Facebook, just look up Juan Henry. But with IamAmerican.org, I with EYE, American, IamAmerican.org, we always post the next community activities and events, which we will have on a spring day in April. We've kind of decided April 6th, we're going to do a community day. And I would love to have people participate and just kind of raise their hand and say, I'm going to be there and I wanted to participate, do whatever it takes, and just come on out and join us.
Great. Well, we'll make sure that we post the website information when we share this interview so people can learn more about it. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being the beautiful soul that you are.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate the time that we spent today.
Great. For those interested in learning more about our Nebula Global Initiative of Change Agents, 1,000 interviews for 2019, please visit nebula.soarcommunitynetwork.com. If you're interested in learning more about our community as a whole and the work that we do, please visit SOAR, S-O-A-R, communitynetwork.com. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Okay.